and welcome to Regrow Tech India. I'm your host, Dureen Nayab, bringing to you another episode of the Aptitude series. So, we are going to get started with the concept based on trains. So, there are several questions in the aptitude we see comes from trains. Now, there are actually two concepts involved here. One is the relative speed that was already spoken to in the previous videos. I will be putting down the links for you in the captions. There's yet another thing that we need to understand when it comes to trains. So this video is about getting those concepts in place, and then from the next videos we will be taking up questions on trains. So let's get on the math screen and get started. So first things first, let us understand what really happens if there is a train and there is a man. So if you think about the relationship between like a man and the train, the man is actually a point object with respect to the train, because train is quite large and man is, in respect to that, a point object, right? Very, very small. So when it comes to as to what happens or what length does the train travel in order to uh, you know uh, pass through the man, then it is same as the length of the train. Okay, so if somebody asks what is the distance that the train traveled in order to pass the man, then we would just go whatever is the length of the train is equals to the distance that is covered by the train to pass the man. But when it so happens that there are, let's say, two trains involved, right? So either these trains are going in the same direction or they are going in opposite direction. In both cases, when we talk about how much distance does any of these train has to cover in order to pass on the through the other, then we will always take the sum of the lengths. So let's say this train has a length of L1 and this train has a length of L2. Then when we talk about the distance covered by any of these trains in order to pass through the other one, then we write distance equals L1 plus L2. Okay. Then when we talk about, let's say, there are several questions where we see that there is a train passing a platform. Now, platform cannot be termed as a point object because it is quite large. Similarly, there is a train passing through a certain bridge. Again, cannot be termed as a point object because bridge is also quite large. So in all of these cases, we will always calculate the distance covered by train by adding the length of the train and adding the length of whatever it is. Let's say length of the bridge in this case. If it is a platform, then length of a platform. So we will always calculate the distance traveled by the train by adding the length of the train and the length of the bridge / length of the platform, whatever is given to us. So this is one concept that you will see as to what happens or how do we calculate the distance covered by a train when when we have to calculate how much it took in order to pass the other train or pass the bridge or pass the platform, or if it is just a man, right? So this is the case. Now in the next few videos we will be taking up questions related to train. However, I was also telling you about that in all of these questions, you will hear about another topic as relative speed. I will be putting down the link of the video below, and you might as well go ahead and take a look at it before you get started with the questions. If you like the video, please hit that like button. And if you like to stay tuned to this playlist, please save it and subscribe. Have a great day ahead.